the law of this jungle.
Afternoon, everyone. Welcome here to the Vitality Stadium in Dorset. It is Bournemouth against Wolves in the Premier League this afternoon. Every kick live with you here on Wolves TV. Myself, James Fielden, in for Mikey Burrows for the next couple of games. Andy Thompson, Wolves legend, alongside me. I have to say, Andy, Mikey's gone away on holiday. Why even bother? This is probably the best footballing day I've ever been to, weather-wise.
I'll keep telling him this. Like he's going down in Bournemouth, down south. The weather's lovely. So yeah, he's got to do things now. It's a little bit different, hasn't he? Now he's got married, so that's the biggest problem he's got.
He's making a point. He's missing league games and all sorts. You know, it's all happening. It is a baking hot day, though. No joke. Is that going to affect things today? It's weird, really, in that we have such amazing pitches in this country, but they're barely ever bathed in sunshine because it's a winter sport. But this is one of the rare days, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But I think that we've had a decent summer from, was it May time, so the way through, and there's been some nice weather, nice days, what we've had. But yeah, it's lovely down here today. Sun's out. It's on the Wolves fans over the far side from us here as well. So hopefully the sun will shine on us to get the right result.
Yeah, suntan's going to be topped up, no doubt about that. It is sold out here, of course. This stadium is going to be redeveloped in the years to come. The south stand away to our right-hand side is going to be knocked down and built up into something much bigger. And the owner here, Phil Foley, has put a lot of money into the club in recent times. He's trying to expand ever further. The training ground just around the corner from here as well. They are going to develop and have redeveloped into something much, much bigger. So although it might be the smallest ground in the league, off the pitch they're doing plenty of good things right now. Let's recap the teams for you if you are just joining us here. Let's start with our host Bournemouth, who go with Petrovic in goal, Smith, Diakite, Senesi and Truffet across the back, Adams and Scott in midfield, Semenyo, Tavernier and Brooks behind Evan Nielsen. Sarr in goal for Wolves as the fireworks go off here at the Vitality. Doherty, Agbadou, Totti Gomez at the back. Herbert, Joao Gomez, Bellegarde and Wolf across midfield. Munetsi and Arias either side of Strand Larsen. Wolves sporting their new away kit this afternoon. It is Brazilian blue with a touch of samba yellow. And Joao Gomez has gone for the buzz cut. He means business.
Well, I'm hoping I like Brazil as well, I think, so, and win games. Yeah, he has. He's gone for the new haircut, hasn't he? Must be the new strip that he's wearing this afternoon. But
that is a zinger, isn't it?
Oh, it has, but let's hope to get that right result out of it today then.
So the handshake's going on in front of us here at the moment. As Bournemouth walk across the Wolves line. Remember, you can send us your messages on WhatsApp. +44 7944 try that again. +44 79 442 263 56. And we'll get involved in them as the afternoon goes on and in our post-match discussion as well. Just for those who just joined us, Tomo, let's just talk about the Wolves team again. Andre out, Jean Arias in. Is that a positive move offensively?
Look, I can understand why he's done it. I think that he's done it to try and give us a little bit more going forward. But I just think Gomez and Andre are a good partnership in that midfield. I don't know if he's seen something from last week that's caused him to make the change. But look, there's no doubt about it. Andre is a very good player, and so is Gomez. And they would be expected, and we all expected them to be the pair that will be playing for most of the season in that middle of midfield. But we will see. We're hoping that the manager has seen something, or the way that we're going to play and the way that he's going to change it, that it's going to give us a little bit more going forward, possibly.
Well, the PA is absolutely bouncing here this afternoon, so I hope you can hear us okay. They have been blasting out the music in the build-up to kick-off here. Already one Premier League game taking place this lunchtime, and it has finished Manchester City 0, Tottenham 2. Probably not a scoreline too many of us saw coming.
No, I just watched a bit of the game downstairs. They'll be disappointed in the goals that they give away. Man City, I think the goalkeeper's got caught for the second goal with them, so trying to play it out from the back, those short goal kicks. But it is what it is, and say Tottenham looked a very good side, though, to be fair. So they've won both of their games, haven't they, from last week as well.
Certainly shakes things up, doesn't it, right at the start of the season?
I just think that Thomas Frank's a very good manager, and I think that you can see how he's changed things. He's made it difficult for them to play against. Brought a couple of players in, and they did look a good side this afternoon when we was playing Man City.
Yeah, and last night as well, West Ham thumped at home by Chelsea by 5 goals to 1. Things not happy there at the London Stadium. Wolves playing West Ham at Molineux on Tuesday in the second round of the Carabao Cup. But first hit this afternoon, it is all attention on the Vitality. Bournemouth against Wolves, and we are just about ready to get underway. Tom Bramall is the referee in the middle for this one. The man on the mic trying to rev up the fans here, and the referee telling him to get off the field because he wants to get on with the game here. Taking his role a bit too seriously. Get out of it.
He's in the centre circle, the announcer, and the mascot with him.
Oh. Need the referee to get those cards out here.
Oh.
He's making his way off now. It's Bournemouth that'll get fined if they have a late kick-off anyway. So.
Well, that's kind of him that he's gone off. So, yeah.
He's seeing the funny side.
Well, yeah.
We're underway. And Bournemouth straight away play their way forwards here. Wolves in their third kit today of blue with yellow trim. Bournemouth in the red and black stripes. And it's with Smith on the right. He helps it high and forward into the Wolves area. Nodded backwards by Agbadou, and a first catch for Jose Sarr in the Wolves goal.
Yeah, so we got caught with a couple of little runners and pulling onto the shoulder last week. Just got to tighten that up as well. I'm sure it's something that they've worked on all week. Just got to make sure that we get the best out of it.
Wolves lining up just about as we imagined in this game. Sarr in goal, Doherty, Agbadou and Totti Gomez the back three. Herber right, Wolf left, and Bellegarde and Joao Gomez in the middle. Munetsi and Arias supporting Jurgen Strand-Larsen. Antoine Semenyo might be a very good offensive player. He also has a long throw in his locker, and he's going to haul one in from the left-hand side here, just about in line with the edge of the penalty area. It is 0-0. We've played a minute here at the Vitality. Semenyo loops it in, the ball spinning in the air. Strand-Larsen nods it down, trying to cross it there. Semenyo, as it came back to him on the left-hand side. Wolves block it out of play. It's a Bournemouth throw.
Yeah, so a lot of teams are starting to use that now, aren't they? And the long throw, because it's another way of actually putting that ball into a danger area in the box.
It's in the box again. Here comes through to Brooks, who skies it. Hits the roof of the stand with his effort. Somehow it bypassed 5 or 6 Wolves defenders. Came all the way through to Brooks, but on his weaker right side, sent it high over the bar.
I was just about to say that. We're fortunate that he's gone onto his weaker right foot. He's got straight underneath. I know it's just bouncing up a little bit on him, but yeah, I'm glad that it's come to his right rather than his left, because I think he would have done a lot better with it. But they're the things that we've got to tighten up on. We can't allow people time and space.
Oh, it's through to Munetsi here. Slight flick on Marshall Munetsi over the bar as well.
Got to score. Got to score. I know he's had pressure on him. He's got to at least hit the target. Oh, what an opportunity that is.
Glaring opportunities at both ends of the ground. It was a long ball forward. Strand-Larsen went up for it, tried to get the flick. I'm not sure he got a touch at all. And Munetsi bursting on from midfield, managed to hold off the defender, but then couldn't keep his composure.
Yeah, that's where he's got to keep it down. He's gone for power to win it, and that's where you've got to do better. They're the chances that you've got to take. They're the things that make a difference in the side or a result. And just by scoring that, he would have put Wolves in front.
Joao Gomez makes a foul challenge in midfield, but the referee plays the advantage here. It's with Brooks on the right wing here. Lovely pirouette to get away from Arias. Inside to Tavernier, back out to Alex Scott, one of the under-21 European Championship winners with England in the summer. And Smith on the right-hand side. Bournemouth seeing Lots of the ball here in the early stages. It is Bournemouth 0, Wolves 0, but both sides have had chances to go ahead already inside the opening few minutes here. Evan Nielsen drops off the front, gives it back to Tyler Adams. Smith on the right-hand side again here for the Cherries. Their opening game, a 4-2 defeat at Liverpool, but not quite as one-sided as the scoreline might suggest. They were 2-0 down in that game, clawed it back at 2-2 after a brace from Antoine Semenyo, but then 2 goals late on from Chiesa and Salah, winning it for Liverpool. Wolf winning the throw for Wolves, just in front of us here in the left-back position. What did you see from him last week that you liked?
Yeah, Salah, he's got a good left foot. Salah is willing to get forward. I think it was limited on when he could get forward because the amount of possession that Man City had. But yeah, so it looks like he's got a very good left foot. It looks like he wants to put that ball into the box where we've got Strand Larsen. So we've got to give him the opportunity to be able to deliver that ball into an area that's going to cause problems for teams.
Elsewhere in the Premier League this afternoon, a couple of games going on. Semenyo here, edge of the area. Tavernier left, drives to the cross goal. Oh, it's deflected in off the underside of the bar. And an early lead for Bournemouth. It's Semenyo wheeling away in celebration once again. Agbadou, it looks like he might have careered in off there. And Wolves' clean sheet gone already with less than 5 minutes on the clock. It was all too open at the back. Bournemouth have had a couple of ins in wide areas already. Wolves trying to play their way forward. Bellegarde caught in possession. Semenyo on the edge of the area, slipped it left. Actually, it was Tavernier who opened up. And Agbadou, as he desperately tried to get back to try and get a foot on it, couldn't sort his feet out. It was almost a trailing leg behind him that put the height on it, in off the underside of the bar, and Bournemouth in front.
Yeah, again, Sellock with leaving players free in the penalty area. Tavernier, Sellock just able to get his left foot on it. Not the cleanest of strike, but if you have a shot and there's bodies in front of you, you've got a chance of getting that rebound, and exactly that happens with it going into the roof of the net. But you've got to get some kind of players towards him. There's too much space. Semenyo on the edge of the box. Nobody closed him down. He's able to pick that pass out for his Tavernier. Yeah, a bit disappointed with that again. So like I thought the goals were disappointing last week, but very similar to that. Not stymie runners, not closing the ball down. Got to have somebody going to get the ball. Nearest man to the ball's got to go and close it down.
Doherty trying to watch the ball out of play, but Semenyo, well, thought he was going to race away with it down the left wing there, but in the end he's adjudged to a foul, Doherty.
Yeah, it's not the start we wanted either, was it? So like less than 5 minutes? And I say it was always going to be a tough ask here anyway. It just shows you Menezes, that opportunity what Menezes had, that if he puts us up, does it change the game and the feeling of the game? Possibly.
Bournemouth have had 76% possession in the opening 6 minutes here at the Vitality. Long high ball forward here by Agbadou, looking for Strand Larsen, wide right position, and it was knocked off him in the end. It has gone behind. In fact, it's gone behind for a corner. Certainly, from our view, from about 100 yards away, it looked as though it came off Strand Larsen last.
It did, yeah, but the assistant referees give it to Wolves. Great ball from Agbadou, straight down the channel to Larsen. Got a good touch on it. Yeah, so I'm just looking at the replay. Possibly was a goal kick. We'll take it. We'll take it.
The assistant wasn't too far away from it either.
No, it wasn't.
Probably should have had a good view.
Yeah, it was his side as well. So can we score from this then?
He's got the sun in his eyes, maybe. David Muller-Wolf with the corner in. Wasn't a great delivery. Bounced just outside the 6-yard box, and no one in Wolves colours there. Recycled back to the right-hand side now. Wolf back in again. Headed into the air and away by Scott. Doherty can't get a head on it. Comes to Agbadou. Plays it to the left-hand side. Arias, the Colombian, on the edge of the D. Out to the right-hand side to Jean-Rickner Bellegarde. Gets the ball out of his feet and bends one in towards the far post, past everyone in the middle. Strand Larsen picking up the loose ball on the left wing, nearly carries it out of play, and the assistant says he did. It's a throw in here to Bournemouth in the right-back position. 7.5 minutes gone. Bournemouth 1, Wolves 0.
Yeah, at least that's a bit of a positive reaction from Wolves, coming back and having a go at Bournemouth. As you mentioned there about the possession that Bournemouth had in that first 6 minutes, that's something that we've got to try and nullify a little bit more, and for us to have a little bit more of the ball. But at least it's been a bit of promise, showing a bit of promise after the going down the goal.
Ball comes through to Kiana Hoover here. Tries to nod it forward. It was partially intercepted there by Tavernier. And then Evan Nielsen was away. And that's a silly yellow card to pick up there for Totti Gomez, who rightfully goes into the referee's book. The first player yellow carded today.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of frustration from Totti there about people just getting away from not just him, but a couple of players. Got to get tighter. Got to get touch tight with players.
Vitor Pereira down in front of us, donning the shorts today. Bournemouth in possession at the back at the moment. 9th they finished in the Premier League last season, but had such a great year. Beat their previous best points tally, most wins, fewest defeats. All the metrics showing how well they've done, and they're coming forward again here down the left. Truffert in towards Evan Nielsen. Headed behind by Totti Gomez, Bournemouth corner.
Yeah, again, they're showing you that threat and that problem that they're going to give you. They seem to just make those little pockets of space, which allows them to cause problems for teams. But we can't afford to keep doing it. We've got to get tighter. There's too many people getting away from the players.
So a corner to be taken in front of the 1,300 or so travelling Wolves fans. Scott from the left-hand side, bent it in towards Evan Nielsen, away by Munetsi, who was back there, out as far as Tavernier, 30 yards from goal. Clips it high to the left-hand side. And then looked like a foul there by Arias, but no free kick given, and the counter's on here for Wolves, 2-on-2. Bellegarde up with him. Bellegarde tries to let the ball come across his body, but then goes down so easily there. Referee was never going to give a free kick, and it's Bournemouth who come forward. Out to the right-hand side, played by Tavernier into Brooks. He's got Smith going on the overlap. Brooks crosses in, great ball as well, off the bar by Semenyo, and Wolves somehow survive. Their goal under siege once again. The second time the bar's been hit. Thankfully, this time it doesn't go in.
Yeah, again, so the difference, you've just seen the difference there from their wide players to ours, where we got 1 versus 1 down that right-hand side with Arias, and he decides to come inside. We end up losing the ball and giving it to Bournemouth, but they go down this right-hand side, and they're just positive with the way that they go at things. That's what we've got to replicate. We've got to be looking at doing that as well.
There's a Wolves throw, 10 yards inside the Bournemouth half on the right-hand side, which Herbert is going to take here. Not the start that Wolves were hoping for at all here. There have been plenty of lively games between the two sides in recent years, and plenty of red cards as well. Wolves last here for that FA Cup 5th round game at the start of March, where Matheus Cunha was sent off before Wolves lost on penalties. Here last season, Wolves were winners in the league by 1-0. Brooks coming forward here. He strikes from the edge of the area, blocked by Doherty.
Great tackle. Great tackle from Doherty. That's what you want to see. Your players coming up from the back and actually going into the players of Bournemouth. It was a great tackle and block from Doherty.
I was going to ask you before the game, because Bournemouth were playing counter with Liverpool last week, weren't they? But they'll take you on any which way possible. They're really up for this.
That's the way they play. They've been out, as Nathan said earlier, they've been able to keep their front line. And their front line is a threat to anybody in this division. And you've seen examples of it again this afternoon, where they've caused us all sorts of problems because they're so positive with the way that they attack that defence of Wolves.
Wolves lucky not to be 2-0 down. It's back with Jose Sarr. On to Totti Gomez, who has to readjust his feet and then plays a long high ball towards the halfway line where Arias is waiting, but Smith gives him a slight nudge in the back and wins the header. Joao Gomez receives it, little 1-2 with Bellegarde. Joao Gomez, 1-2 namesake. Totti, Agbadou in the D on the edge of the area, then just sweeps the ball straight out of play in front of the watching Wolves fans who are not impressed by what they're seeing here. Wolves have got forward on a number of occasions, but every time Bournemouth get the ball in the final third, it looks like something's going to happen for them.
Yeah, unfortunately. So look, somehow the Wolves have just got to try and stop the supply, get tighter to players, because at the minute they're causing problems to us.
Bournemouth with Truffert, one of their summer signings. He's come in from Rennes for around £15 million. Diakite playing at the back from Lille for 35. Petrovic in goal, signed from Chelsea for 25. I mean, Adli, they've got on the bench today, just signed from Bayer Leverkusen for a reported 25. So they've certainly splashed the cash in big amounts this summer of Bournemouth. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, have lost a lot of players, mainly in their back line and goalkeeper department. Senesi back here to Petrovic. He clips a high ball towards Evan Nielsen on halfway. Agbadu waits to nod forward, but then the second ball won there by Tavernier. Back with Totti Gomez now. Strides forward from the halfway line to Wolf on the left-hand side. Agbadu. Bellegarde receives it right in the middle of the field, and he's got no one closing him down at all. So takes his time on the ball, but doesn't make a positive decision and ends up having to go back to Doherty.
Yeah, but that's the problem. There's that pause in our play, Sal, because we're looking for that next player to pass the ball to. And because of that hesitation, it allows Bournemouth to get back to their shape. That's where we need options. You need people to try and help him, not just one or two, but a couple of players just to get into the back of this Bournemouth defence. Just looking the way they set up and make it very difficult to come through that central position.
Agbadu to Totti Gomez in the left-back area, looking to play the ball forward, but hits it straight at Tavernier as he tried to hit Strand Larsen. Arias wins it back. Haven't really seen too much from him so far. Joao Gomez nipping in to win it in the middle. Certainly getting in, stuck in rather, against Manchester City last week. Made more challenges than any other Wolves player on the field. In fact, since he made his debut, he's made more challenges than any other player in the Premier League. It's back here with Sarr. About 3/4 of the field here, bathed in South Coast sun. Just a short strip of shade in front of us from one end of the field to the other. Totti standing in it at the moment. It's back with Sarr. Agbadu receives it short off the Portuguese and curls one to Totti Gomez on the left-hand side. Poor touch, though, and it goes straight out of play for a Bournemouth throw. And Totti had to be careful because he nearly stopped that throw being taken there. And already on a yellow card, he could have been walking. Made the decision not to get involved. Wolves have it back now, and Sarr high towards Strand Larsen. Diakite was holding him. Manetzi plays it forward, looking for David Muller-Wolf, and he's through. Wolf, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, forced wide. Can't strike here yet, Wolf. Tries to cross now, and Petrovic dives on it. Oh, twice now, Wolves look like they've got clear chances on goal, and they haven't made the most of either of them.
Yeah, so it was good play initially, but he just didn't have the pace, did he, Wolf, to get away from the defender, the Bournemouth defender, and he was able just to block him off. But at least that's positive. It's positive in the play. They're just going to need a little bit more of that.
Bournemouth back on the ball. Didn't look totally comfortable there, did he, David Muller-Wolf, as he went through one-on-one. Couldn't really run with the ball in a straight line, which I'm not really criticising him for, but just looked a bit shaky in terms of what he was going to do and ended up going into a wider position.
I don't think he believed he could get away from the defender. That was the problem. He knew the defender was going to catch him. So he's tried to just move the angle of the ball, just to try and protect it. But unfortunately, so the Bournemouth player did some very good defending on him and didn't give him anything at all, which then allowed the goalkeeper just to get it.
Oh, Brooks beautifully timed ball in behind Doherty with an amazing
great
challenge.
Tackle. He's
Flag
offside
up
as well.
Offside anyway against Tavernier.
But great tackle again from Doherty. That's two great tackles that he's done. I know it's offside, but he doesn't know that. But Doherty, Salok again, just got his foot to it.
This isn't a hot take by any means, but plenty were questioning when Doherty came back to the club. But wherever he's played, he never lets you down, does he?
I think he's been brilliant since he come back. I was speaking to some of the Wolves backroom staff, and I just said to him, he's got himself back into this side, and he's not just in there because, say, like, numbers or whatever. He's on there on merit with the way that he's played. I think that you know what you're going to get from him. He's got quality, he's got experience, and I think he's done a great job when he's come into the side, and that's the reason why he's playing.
Yeah.
So he's a quality player.
Never had pace, has he? Not slow by any means, but he's not a sprightly wing back or centre half who's going to get forward, but reads the game impeccably well. High ball forward here towards Strand Larsen. Brooks wins it, but gives it straight to Arias here, trying to escape from Adams. Arias edge of the area. Herver on the right-hand side. Chance to cross for Kiana Herver. Headed by Strand Larsen. Beaten away by Petrovic. What a save there by the Serbian goalkeeper. Wolves starting to create chances, but they can't take any yet.
Yeah, better play. So like we've started to come into a little bit more in this second half now. Well, second bit of the first half, where it was a good ball in from the right-hand side. I think it was Hoover. Just couldn't get the pace and power on it, could he? So on the header, and he's a little bit close to the goalkeeper, but good play again. 2 or 3 times have broke through that defence of Bournemouth.
Arias takes the corner in towards the near post. Scott heads it into the air. Bit of commotion inside the box, and the referee spotted a foul in there. And it is a free kick to Bournemouth. It's an extremely open game, isn't it? Not quite end-to-end, but extremely wide and expansive.
They've had chances. Wolves have had chances. So they've broke through that back line of Bournemouth, and I spoke about that at the beginning of the game, that they need to do that, and they need to be positive if they're going to get anything out of this game. And they've just, it's been marginal with the little things on that. He's got a clean header at it, Stan Larson, just a bit close to the keeper possibly. Wasn't any great power on it either. So look, it's been positive. So Wolves broke through as well. So Minetz has been through. So there's going to be opportunities there, but you've got to take them. You can't afford to keep missing.
Played out from the back here by Diakite. Smith. Scott has the change of pace to get away from his opposite number, Joao Gomez. Foul by Strand Larsen as he went to ground. There's a free kick here to Bournemouth, just short of the halfway line. We've played nearly 19 minutes here. It is Bournemouth 1, Wolves 0. Bournemouth who've led here since the 4th minute when Marcus Tavernier scored with a deflected effort off Agbadou that hit the underside of the bar and went in. Smith on the right-hand side, back to Brooks, back into his own half, and Diakite. And played out to the left-hand side by Marcos Senesi. Truffert down the left-hand side into Semenyo. Back out to Adams. Tavernier picking it up in that number 10 position. Manages to get away from Bellegarde, then plays it left to Truffert, round the corner for Semenyo. Wolves trying to be aggressive in their play, but sometimes Bournemouth just a little bit too quick for them with their 1 and 2 touch stuff.
Yeah, it is, but it's said they're starting to be aggressive and a little bit close to Bournemouth, which is putting pressure on them, and they're not able to make that decision where before they were just having time on the ball. They were making it easy for themselves to keep the ball, and at least Wolves are getting into them a little bit closer.
Wolves have got to be careful here. They nearly gave away a free kick a second ago, which could well have been a yellow card rated offence by the referee. Now Joao Gomez has given one away as well. Totti Gomez already on a yellow card. They've got to make sure that their discipline is kept here. They cannot afford to go 2 down in this game. Otherwise, there might not be a way back for them. Wolves last came from behind to win when they beat Ipswich as part of that 6-game winning run back at the start of April. And a free kick here for Bournemouth. Quite far in front of us here off the right touch line. But there is enough angle to cross the ball in first time without having to send it wide. Semenyo has pulled out to the right-hand side in front of us. Brooks standing over it. He'll leave it here for Scott. He bends it in, but not deep enough. Away by Totti Gomez. Smith, not the greatest of balls, back to Truffert, who in the end has to go all the way home to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, so better defending from Wolves there. So a good line what they held.
Smith on the halfway line. Back to Scott. Wolves just sitting off for the moment here. But everyone out there is certainly working up a sweat. What are extremely warm temperatures here in the low 20s. Not too humid, thankfully, down here on the coast. Senesi. Goes back here to Petrovic on the edge of his own penalty area. One ball towards Semenyo on the left-hand side. Herbert stayed down here following a challenge. Semenyo carries on, ball into the box, doesn't quite reach Tavernier. Joao Gomez nips in. Doherty looking for a way out here, clears it up the line, and it has stayed in. And Herbert is down. It's not a head injury, so the referee not duty-bound to stop the game. Smith, the Bournemouth skipper in front of us here, absolutely howling at Tyler Adams because he thinks he should have carried on and made advantage of the extra man, but Bournemouth sportingly have put the ball out of play.
Yeah, and to be fair, I don't give him a little nudge. Semenyo, I don't really know what he'd done there. He just lost his balance a little bit. Hoover. But Semenyo just shows you his strength. He just give him a little bit of a nudge, just knocked him off balance. I don't think there's anything of major concern. I didn't see anything with Hoover.
Wolves just slowly growing in confidence in this game, but I think they know their part they're playing in this match at the same time, aren't they?
Yes, they've got to be. So look, and the first initial thing that looks like they've started to do is to get tighter to the Bournemouth players and don't allow them time and space to actually be able to play that balls through them, because the first 5 minutes or so when they did get the goal, they were just playing through them quite easily. Now they've started to get into them a little bit more. But also as well, they've created some chances for themselves. They've been able to get themselves good opportunities. Unfortunately, it's probably fell to the wrong people, i.e. the Wolf. Maybe Arias, it doesn't come back at him. But at least it's been a bit better. But they've got to keep maintaining it and push on a little bit more.
And Hervel is still down here, being treated by the Wolves medical team. So plenty of the players have come over this near side to get some fluids on board. Still ticking on, 23 minutes gone in this first half, and Bournemouth are 1-2 the good. Groups of players just having a chat amongst themselves at the moment.
Yeah, as I said, I didn't see anything unless he's come down funny and landed and twisted his knee, but all he had was a little nudge of Semenyo, so like where he just gave a little nudge as he's going to the ball, and then as he's come down, I don't know if he's twisted his knee or anything. I couldn't see anything.
He's jogging on it now and looking generally okay, but gingerly got back to his feet initially. But he's certainly got a fight on his hands now, hasn't he, with Jackson Chatua coming in. And what everything's been said about him, with the pace that he can give them going up and down as well. It looks like it'll be a big battle for that shirt.
Well, there's a reason why he got to keep adding players to the team, hasn't he, and the squad. More importantly, just in case people get injured or people have a bad spell of form, and that's what it's all about. That competitive element for the squad as well.
We are back underway. Arias has challenged Brooks here, and it has gone behind of Arias. It is a corner. And sign from Fluminense gives Bournemouth a set-piece opportunity here. And those behind the goal trying to get behind their side as they come forward looking for a second goal. Brooks just taking his time and spotting this corner up. Wolves bringing everyone back to defend here inside their own penalty area. In comes the corner. Easy catch, though, for Jose Sarr. It was really close to him.
Yeah, he does that well, so look, I like that about him when he comes and relieves all the pressure off his defence by coming to catch that ball.
Akpadu tries to play it out to the right-hand side to Doherty. It was too far ahead of him again. It goes out of play for a Bournemouth throw. Simple errors by Wolves, and now Akpadu concedes a corner. He looks way off it right now.
He's got to concentrate a lot more for me. So look, he was it the second goal last week as well. He's done exactly the same. He's given away a 10-yard pass, and we got punished with the goal. Those things are the little things, the basic things with no pressure on you. You can't afford to keep giving away possession so cheaply.
So, Bournemouth corner, left side this time to be taken by Scott. Wolves bunching near the goal. It comes in towards Jose Sarr, firm fist on it, punches it out the other side of the area. And Bellegarde hooks it into the sky, and it bounces on the halfway line where Smith collects it for Bournemouth. And Wolves slowly making their way out from the back.
Yeah, another great punch from Sarr, wasn't it, in goal? Again, keeper's coming out to help his defence, to relieve that pressure.
Got a few messages in. One saying, come on Wolves, loving the blue, from Russell in Shanghai. Put your names on the bottom of these because you do just come through with your numbers. We haven't got your numbers saved, so do let us know what your names are and where you're listening from. +44 79 442 263 56. Once again, 079 442 263 56. Tavernier. Back to Truffet. Bournemouth deep inside their own half at the moment, but Adams looking to move out. Challenge from behind by Munetsi. He's gone a little bit quiet in the game. He made the foul, Munetsi, but has actually gone down holding his face at the same time. Totti, as captain, has gone to speak to the referee. It's one of the new directives this season that they only really want the captains getting in the face of the referee to chat about things.
Yeah, look, so you got two players actually going to win the ball there. So I think Munetsi probably caught him a little bit heavy. Is it Tyler, is it? And I think then when Tyler's falling to the ground, I think he's just caught him with his arm as he's falling to the ground. Adams, sorry. So I just caught him with his arm as he's falling to the ground.
He's stayed down here.
Yeah, he just caught him with his arm in his face.
And now they're asking the physio to come on. Bit of a long decision to get them involved here. I think the referee probably could have brought them on a little bit sooner.
Especially if it's a face or head injury.
Well, that's one of the things they told us at the start of this season, is that regardless of where the referee was on the field, if someone is down with their head in their hands or clearly having a facial injury, the physio comes on without even a question. So not sure why it's taken so long. One thing they did tell us as well, though, was that sadly we're still going to see the spate of injured goalkeepers this season. Apparently it's up to IFAB to introduce a law to combat that, so that is still going to be a feature of the game this season.
We've had some of them games as well, haven't we?
Hey, I mean, Jose Sar's picked up a few injuries along the way. We're all at it. So play halted here again. There is going to be a big old chunk of added time at the end of the first half because a couple of stoppages now. Vitor Pereira's having a word with Totti Gomez down in front of us. He's gesturing that he's clearly not happy about something. What do you think his main concern will be in this game for Wolves at the moment?
I think he's probably just saying that the time and space that they're having, that we got to get ourselves set up. We've got to have that shape, which is important, especially when we haven't got the ball. I think that set up of that shape, that starting position needs to be right. And then when they are getting the ball, it's been a little bit too easy for them to either pick that pass out or go beyond one of the Wolves players. So I think there'll be quite a bit that he's looking at that he's not too happy about. And I'm sure he's a little bit disappointed that we haven't got ourselves back level with it, with the 3 chances we've had.
Well, Monetzi has taken the treatment, and so as a result, we'll have to stay off the field for 30 seconds here, which isn't ideal. It's down to 10 temporarily. And free kick here to Bournemouth, just outside the centre circle, inside their own half, in a central position. Looks like Monetzi's okay. Now the referee gives the go-ahead to restart things. It has been a little bit broken up, a little bit stop-start in the last 10 minutes or so. 2 Wolves injuries, but both players okay. Monetzi waiting for the signal to return. Diakite on the halfway line here for Bournemouth. Ball into Tavernier, to the left-hand side, and Truffet inside the Wolves half now. Semenyo looks over his shoulder before he receives the ball, then plays it back to Adams. Diakite to the right, and Smith. Brooks receives it off him.
That must be 30 seconds now.
It's a very long 30 seconds.
It was, yeah.
Now he's back. Wolves back up to their 11, and Monetzi comes in on the blind side of Brooks there and steals the ball, but illegally so. Free kick Bournemouth already taken. Evan Nielsen. As you think so quickly here, Bournemouth. They're
sharp, aren't they?
Swarming all over the field, aren't they?
Well, the thing there, they've won a free kick, and as soon as, before even Wolves have reacted, they've took the free kick already. They're very sharp in and out of possession.
And they're gaining ground here with a throw in on the right-hand side that Smith will take. 34 now. He's been with the Cherries since 2014 when he joined from Spurs, the club's longest-serving player. Arias wins it back off him, then Wolf was fouled by Smith, who was already on the floor.
I think he's trying his experience there. He's trying to say that he got the challenge. And he's a free kick to him, but he knew what he was doing. That experience in those years, in those legs.
Well, Wolves have got to start clicking again here because they haven't created much at all in the last 15 minutes or so. Totti Gomez with this free kick, which he drives long into the left channel, but an easy header for Diakite. It gets Wolves up the field by 30 yards, but so easy to defend there for the home side. Wolfer will take this throw. David Moller-Wolfer to give him his full title, but a Norwegian supporting Wolves friend of mine has told me that Moller is a second surname and Wolfer will suffice. João Gomez giving away the free kick. The kind of game it is here, and Bournemouth asking for a yellow card to be shown as well. Wolves have just got to make sure they don't pick up too many because Bournemouth turns so quickly that late in the game you might need to pick up a yellow card and you don't already want to be on one.
No, you don't, because then you've got the question mark hanging over you about going down to 10 men, which we don't want.
Tommy Elphick, the Bournemouth first team coach, is having a word in the ear of referee Tom Bramall just to make that point, but no yellow card shown. João Gomez takes it on the chest here and he carries it forward. Now he's fouled by Scott. I think the referee's quite keen to let the game flow, but not easy to do so at the moment. There's a lot of fouls. It's very niggly in the middle of the park.
No, it's not, but what I will say is that at least Wolves are starting to get a little bit close to them to actually do those little fells which is stopping and starting the game. But they're doing exactly the same to stop Wolves from getting any momentum at all going forward.
Long high ball into the right
Well
channel.
chased. Well chased.
He gets after it, and Petrovic has cleared the stand.
Yeah, but look where it is, though. It's up in that top third of the pitch. If he hadn't gone for it, Manetzi, the goalkeeper's taking it back into his box. So well done to him.
Herbert's gone down again, and this is a problem for him now, I think. And it looks like the change might have to be made. It's probably going to be an early debut for Jackson Chachua. And Herbert has gone down but stayed on the field. I think the Bournemouth fans saying he should really go off the field. And Wolves, I think, now trying to ready that change in double quick time.
Yeah, it happens, doesn't it? So look, I don't know if the referee... Yeah, but he's gone down again on it. It looks like it's that. It looks like he's come down funny on his leg. You know what I said about when he got pushed by Semenyo? Yeah, he's just come down and jarred it kind of thing. And just looking at the replay again.
On the ankle. Certainly seems it. Well, Wolves ready to make their change. And Jackson Chachua signed from Verona on Tuesday. The Cameroon international wing-back who's been proudly labelled as the fastest man in Italy last season comes into action. And plenty looking forward to see what he has to offer.
Well, let's hope. So, look, I was surprised that they didn't start with him because I thought that he's brought him into the club. You can always say sub him after so long if he's struggling with fitness. But he's got his opportunity now.
So twice last season for Verona up in northern Italy. It's surely going to be a big outlet for them. I think we all expected him to play on Tuesday against West Ham, given the fact that Herver started here, but plans might have to be reassessed. Headed by Diakite. Bellegarde picks it up in the middle, out to Chachua on the right-hand side. And this first touch isn't the best, plays it to a Bournemouth player, but Senesi puts it out of play.
Yeah, I think he thought Manetzi was running on the outside of him and then realised, so he went after it himself. So it's a good job he is quick.
Fine, you know, you don't know the majority of these players as a new player into the club, but having signed on Tuesday, that's enough time to get to know what's expected of you, isn't it?
Look, so I just think that when you bring players in, I know that you want to put them into the squad gradually, but I just think that you're bringing players in who hopefully are ready to play. So, like fitness-wise, so like experience-wise, you're hoping that they can go into the side. So, look, so it's good for him that he's coming into the side and he can actually go in there and have a look about playing. Don't get me wrong, he's going to come and got to get to know his players in the squad and the way that they play as well.
Here come Bournemouth down the left. Truffert gives Chachua the slip, low ball in. It nearly came through to Scott. Semenyo's still there. Joel Gomez trying to take it off him. It breaks for Scott, who was looking for that penalty as he goes down inside the box. And rightly, the referee doesn't react to it. Wolves trying to move out on the counter.
Well, I would book Scott. I think he's gone down there too easy for me. He's basically,
didn't he?
Yeah, he's basically dived there. I know the referee's going to look at it, but I think that he's put his body there and he's threw himself to the ground a little bit for me.
He knew that Arias was coming in from behind.
Yeah, not for me. Not for me.
Now Wolves have a free kick of their own inside their own half.
Yeah, I think the referee should be looking at simulation there from him as well. I don't think that is a good thing to what he's done there.
I think we're at least glad that the penalty wasn't given.
Yeah, good decision by the ref.
Herbert is making his way off, by the way, in front of us here. He seems to be fiddling with his hair at the moment. I don't know if he's got a problem with his head or not, but shakes the hand of Vitor Pereira and makes his way into the dugout. Walking pretty slowly. We'll try and get the SP on that afterwards.
It looks like he jarred something. I wasn't sure if it was his knee or his ankle, but he looked like as he's come to ground, he's jarred it as he's come down.
But at least for someone who's trying to impress, he's not taken any risks on it. He's not trying to be a hero and carried on. And thankfully, Wolves have a ready-made replacement waiting in reserve. Evan Nielsen then looks for a free kick and wins it off Arias. It's a free kick to Bournemouth here, just in front of Andoni Areola's technical area.
I think the Wolves just got to be patient here because I think they're getting frustrated that every time the Wolves player goes near a Bournemouth player, he's going to ground and trying to make a lot of it. They just need to be careful that they don't go to ground and get caught. So look, with those 2 yellow cards, so just got to keep trying to play.
Strand Larsen plays it forward. Bellegarde edge of the area. Chachuard joining in now. Ball right the way across. Nearly came to Strand Larsen. Bournemouth able to clear. Chachuard back to Doherty. Sends a high looping ball in. It should be the goalkeeper's. He's punched it away and spilled it there. Arias on the left wing. In the shaded area of the field here. Goes back one to Totti Gomez. Back to Arias. Back to João Gomez, just inside from the left flank. Totti Gomez. Back to Agbadou on the halfway line. Doherty, first touch wasn't great, but then he was clipped as he brought it inside and wins a free kick there for Wolves.
Yeah, clever play from Doherty. He knew the challenge was coming.
Elsewhere in the Premier League, it is Brentford 1, Aston Villa 0. Dongu Watara, who was signed from Bournemouth in the summer, has given Brentford the lead in that one. Already in the Championship today, Leicester winners by a goal to 0 at Charlton. Blackburn beating Hull 3-0. 1-1 between Swansea and Watford. Coventry 4-0 up against QPR in the first half at the moment. Preston leading Ipswich by a goal to 0. Millwall beating Sheffield. And Albion 1-0 up against Portsmouth at the Hawthorns. Here, though, with 38 minutes gone, nearly 39, it is Bournemouth 1, Wolves 0 here. Wolves have been trailing since the 4th minute of the game. Bournemouth have had a couple of openings since then, but no major chances for either side in recent times. There was a high boot there by the Wolves player, Doherty. Eventually, the referee blows for a free kick. I think he was waiting for some linesman advice.
I don't think he knew what to do there, because I doubt he's going to kick it. And okay, he has. All right, he's holding his face. He never caught him in the face, I don't think.
Doherty did lift his boot
high,
though, which gave the officials a decision to make. Forward by Truffert. Tavernier with so much space in between the lines. Scott, they've got an overload on the right if he wants to go that way, but tried to go into the middle, and João Gomez was there. Munetsi now for Wolves. Needs Chachuard to go on the overlap and does. Chachuard does get there, challenged quickly by Adams, and Wolves having to go back and take their time here, but a bit of time on the ball at least. Agbadou with a risky ball in front of Evan Nielsen, but it goes through to Totti Gomez. Wolf making the run down the left. Brooks has gone there with him though and cushions it back to Diakite and Petrovic. Long high clearance from the goalkeeper. Totti Gomez with a header into midfield. Scott able to take it down and play it so easily to Adams, who makes space for himself, and back to Senesi. Bournemouth just making so much time for themselves all over the field here.
Yeah, they are. So we've just backed off a little bit from it. I don't know if it's because we've had a couple of free kicks that we've given away, and the referee's probably said something to them, but they can't afford to. You can't afford to back off this Bournemouth side.
Adams. Truffert on the left-hand side. Adams again in field. Smith in the right back position on the halfway line. Wolf trying to get in his face. Scott back to Smith. Bournemouth holding on to the ball. João Gomez trying to get stuck in once and twice as well, but Smith plays a long, searching high ball forward. Evan Nielsen has got goal side of Agbadou. Right corner of the penalty area, cushions it inside. Brooks is the free man. Now it comes through to Tavernier. Thankfully, he couldn't get his foot on the ball. Otherwise, Wolves could have been in big trouble there.
Yeah, I thought they were in trouble. Evan Nielsen just got the other side of Agbadou there. You've just got to be careful. You've got to know where he is all the time.
Ball into the box. Tavernier left side. Agbadou gets across, but concedes another corner and stays down here on his knees. He's found it tough going out there.
Well, Agbadou's had to work hard across that back line. But this, like I said, this is a team of Bournemouth that have got so much energy, so much pace in the side, especially going forward. You can't switch off, because you just saw there, just a ball just down the channel, and all of a sudden they're running onto it. Evan Nielsen just getting onto it. Agbadou just stretched a little bit. He did well in the end to get it out for a corner, to be fair to him.
Brooks is standing on Sarr here, which the referee has noticed and has gone to try and take care of. Scott with this left wing corner in front of the Wolves fans.
Yeah,
again, Wolves bringing everyone back.
Well, Brooks is put up right against Sarr. He's trying to stop him from coming for it.
Scott Benson underneath the crossbar. Semenyo is going for it. Sarr complaining to the referee. It has gone behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, but Brooks has got a hold of Sarr, as Sarr's demonstrating to the referee, because 2 or 3 times he's come out either collected or punched it, and they realise that they've got to put some pressure on him to stop him from doing it.
It's interesting, though, because, again, one of the directives they told us about at the start of the season was that they were going to get hot on holding this season, but it seems like quite a few teams still willing to take that risk, aren't they, and just do enough not to be guilty of giving away a foul, but doing enough to help someone else.
Yeah, I think that when people aren't even looking at the ball and just got their eyes focused on the player, then I think the referees have got to have a look at that. But again, SAR's still having a discussion with the referee about the infringements onto him.
We have had a message in saying, disappointing that Andre hasn't started. Come on, Mivavis, keep battling, from Anita and Don, listening while travelling back towards the UK after a 3-week holiday in Sweden.
Ah, lovely. Lovely. It'd be nice weather there as well.
Glorious weather here. The sun has come back out after a cloudy-ish week, or certainly it has been for me in the capital anyway. Today as well. High ball forward here into the right channel. Strand Larsen getting after it. Wolves looking to try and create something that they haven't done for a while. There's one shot on target in this game so far. Joao Gomez coming forward past Scott, approaching the edge of the area. Scott still having a go at him. Joao Gomez into the box, left side. Can he find space for a ball across? He gives it to Arias, edge of the area. Jean Arias cuts in a high ball towards the far post. Truffet nods it into the air. Chachoua nods it back. Bellegarde, edge of the area, tried to hit it on the volley and totally scuffed it. Bournemouth clear. Back on the right-hand side. Chachoua then goes down after a challenge from behind. And in the end, it actually goes out off him for a throw into Bournemouth.
Yeah, I thought that was a foul on Chachoua. I think the Bournemouth player's got his hands on his back at one stage, I think. Yeah, for me, I'm just looking at the replay. It's a foul. He's give free kicks for less than that.
Truffet looking to hook it away here for Bournemouth. It's blocked once by Bellegarde. Evan Nielsen down, hammered away by Tavernier. Muller Wolf took a big risk there. He's tried to let it come across his body. Brooks nearly got it, but Wolf has it now, driving down the left-hand side, tries to put the ball in. It was blocked. Back to Joao Gomez, left corner of the penalty area. Attacking the Steve Fletcher stand in the first half here at Bournemouth. For those of you who've watched games on TV, here it is away to the right-hand side as you watch from where the cameras are. We are into 5 minutes of additional time at the end of this first half, which is probably a bit not as much as it probably should be.
I thought it'd be more. I thought it'd be 4. They've had 2 long stops, haven't they?
Chachoua gets the flick here. Manezzi on the right-hand side, but can't keep it in play.
That was a shame. That was a shame because Manezzi just got the flick on, hadn't he?
So it's a throw in here to Bournemouth, who I think at this stage will be quite happy to get through to half-time, a goal to the good. Wolves would dearly love a goal at this stage to pull us level before the break. Chachoua again, who wouldn't say he's looked out of sorts since coming on, but hasn't quite got his head in the game yet. A slip from him there and lets the ball go underneath his foot for a throw.
When looking at it, it looks like a little bit nerves, and I can understand it. It just looks a little bit tense when he's playing. It's like a nervous play when he's doing it. Looks like he'll settle down, hopefully. But so that's one of the biggest things.
Well, Scott beautifully skips past Joao Gomez there. Semenyo on the left-hand side, driving to the byline. There was a hand used in there by someone. Wolves fans claiming it was Semenyo. Play goes on. Semenyo back to Truffet, and it's blocked out of play. It's a Bournemouth throw, which will mean a long throw coming up again here from Semenyo in the dying embers of the first 45.
Yeah, what I liked about that, though, was there were three players at Wolves fighting for that ball. I think the Wolves fans just over that side as well were after handball. Semenyo, I think, caught it with his hand when he went to ground.
So Semenyo about 5 yards up from the left-hand corner flag here as Bournemouth go forward in front of the Wolves fans. Hurls another long one into the box. Sarr comes and gets something on it. Crucially did as well. Truffet back to Semenyo on the left. Scott now on the edge of the D. First touch is good. Fires it towards goal and thrashes it over the top. No composure or finesse from him whatsoever there. I thought Wolves might have been in trouble for a second, but thankfully it's off target.
I did as well. I think they've got to get out quicker to him. He's had a touch. I think it's just the poor execution from him, because I think that his first touch is good. He's just tried to hit it too hard, hit across the ball, but they've got to get there quicker. You can't have somebody on the edge of your box having a touch and having a free shot.
High ball forward. As Wolves look to build a late attack in this first half. We played 2.5 minutes of added time, 2.5 to go. It's a Wolves throw on the right-hand side.
I just think there's some opportunities here for them. I think that there is at the back line there, still a little bit, well, I'm not saying confused about it, the back line of Bournemouth, but they don't understand each other the way that they play at the moment, because there's a lot of them are new players in there, and I just think that there's an opportunity there to take advantage of it.
One ball down the right here for Wolves. Hooked inside towards Manetzi, right corner of the penalty area. Senesi at his back, and again, a really poor ball, or certainly poor understanding as one Wolves player tries to find another out of play for a throw into Bournemouth. And there's just 2 minutes left here now of this first period.
Yeah, I just think that to take all the confusion out of it, just play it to his feet rather than into the space what you're hoping that he's going to be running into.
Trafet, Scott, approaching the halfway line now. He's gone past a couple of Wolves players, tries a couple of step overs and gives it away. Manetzi to Arias, who really hasn't shown what he's capable of in this first half.
I'd like him. He's had chances a bit 1 versus 1, and he's turned it down, and he's tried to pass the ball or he's stopped the ball. Just get at them. If you've got 1 versus 1, you watch the way that Bournemouth play. Brooks out on this right-hand side. He's had opportunities 1 versus 1, and he's got at that fullback.
Strand Larson trying to hold it up on the edge of the area. Bournemouth knock it off. Joao Gomez behind for a goal kick to the home side.
Well worked, Gomez. Well worked. They say out of position, and Salak is going in there, still putting pressure on that back line of Bournemouth.
It just doesn't feel like a cohesive unit at the moment, does it?
No, it doesn't. Look, I know it's still only the second game in the season, and I know new players have come into it, and you've got to try and get them settled in. But unfortunately, I don't think we can wait for that settlement into it as well. We've got to go out there and try and express ourselves straight away.
Semenyo nods on to Evan Nielsen, who nearly used his hand there. Brazilian out to Brooks on the right-hand side. They can't show him left. He goes on his right instead, deflected, and I thought it was going to go into that bottom corner there for a second, but it's behind for a corner instead.
Well, the way that our look's gone and things that have gone from last week to this week, where they got their deflection for the first goal today, we've got enough bodies around there, but you just seen an instance there about Brooks. One thing in his mind, get at that back line of the Wolves. That's what we've got to be looking to do. Arias has got to be looking to do that for us.
So right wing corner this time that Brooks will take. It'll be the last moment of the first half because we played all 5 minutes of additional time. The referee again having words with players inside the box. Manetzi's gone down, back up on his feet now, and the ref just talking to them. Wasting everyone's time. On we go. Brooks with this corner. Last play of the first half. Wolves have to keep this out. Brooks in. It was a good, wicked ball in. But in the end, Wolves clear. Arias with the overhead. And there is the half-time whistle. Bournemouth leads at the break. Tavernier with a deflected effort after just 4 minutes that hit Aguadu off the bar and in. And I think, Andy Thompson, the way we probably have to look at it is that Wolves have to be considering themselves fortunate. It's not more than one.
I think especially earlier on in this game, I think we've got ourselves into it, or we've eased our way back into it. I still think we can do better. We've had 3 opportunities where I think that definitely Manetzi should have hit the target at least on that as well. Larson should have just possibly got his header away from the cross. So look, we've had opportunities there, but they're a constant danger. They're a constant threat going forward, Bournemouth. I think that eventually we've started to get a little bit closer, a little bit more contact with them, which has caused, not allowed them to cause us as many problems as they did. But we've got to maintain it. You've got to keep going. You've got to keep working hard to try and stop this Bournemouth side. I still think if we can just be more positive in that top third, I think there might be opportunities for us.
There is definitely something there for Wolves in it. As good as Bournemouth have been, it's composure, it's confidence, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But you've had 3 chances there, and generally I know Larson's hit the target, the keeper's got it. I still think he should have done better with it, with his placement, his header, because it was quite a free header. And Manetzi's got to do better for me. If he keeps that hard and low, he's scoring. So look, he's just gone for sheer power. He's ended up hitting it over, and Wolf as well. Look, I know, like he didn't have the legs on the centre half for Bournemouth, but at least he's trying to get himself into an advanced area. But there's opportunities there for me, but we can't afford to keep giving away silly free kicks, easy ball control, giving it back to Bournemouth, and allowing them to play their game up there, because they'll hurt you and they'll carry on doing it.
Last question. He's made one change already in force as Herver went off injured. Chachua coming on for his Wolves debut. Do you envisage any more at half-time?
Probably not. Chachua just looks a little bit nervous, doesn't he? When he's playing, he's like, look, He's coming to. He's only come. What was it? Monday, Tuesday, into the squad. Premier League. It's a big deal. I'm hoping he's going to settle down as the game's going on. And so, like, it just seems he's got that nervous tension when he's playing, and everything that when you've got that becomes so hard and so difficult. So hopefully he'll settle down. Might even help him being down the side of the manager and that in the second half as well.
Well, it looks like Hugo Bueno is going to be that man to come on in the second half. He's already out in his kit, getting warmed up with one of the Wolves coaches. So it looks like that decision might have been made already.
Yeah, it looks like it. So, look, is he changing over for Wolf down this left-hand side? I like Hugo Bueno. I think he's a good player. He's got a great left foot. But what he will do, he'll try and deliver that ball in. So, which I like, and he'll get forward.
Yeah. News on that to come then in the second half. Tom O'Meara off to get some half-time refreshment. At the break here at the Vitality, it is Bournemouth 1, Wolves 0. Second half coming shortly.
The only place to watch live academy matches.
Wolves TV, the home of live uninterrupted radio commentary of every single Wolves game. But that's not all. Wolves TV also brings you extended and alternative match highlights, interviews with the team, behind-the-scenes features and training coverage, plus see every goal Wolves score from every angle.
From the volley arm and a goal! That is simply stunning!
So check out Wolves TV online at wolves.co.uk or on the move via the Wolves app.
Do you need support with your mental health? Life has been very challenging in recent years. With the COVID pandemic and cost of living crisis, we've experienced some difficult times. Wolves Foundation, the club's official charity, continues to run a Head for Health project, focused on helping adults improve their mental and physical well-being. For more details, email healthadmin@wolves.co.uk or call 07971 900 257.
Are you looking for a space to entertain key clients? Got a special occasion coming up and want to treat the family? Or are you just looking to come and watch a game in style? At Molyneux, we've a range of matchday hospitality packages available for every Premier League game.
Well, so much involved in this.
From the pitch and city views of WV1 to the premium a la carte dining in the boardroom, there's something for everyone looking to elevate their matchday experience.
Oh, goodness me!
To find out more and get yourself booked in, visit the hospitality section of wolves.co.uk.
Take a walk through the history of Wolverhampton Wanderers and marvel at our extensive collection of Wolves artefacts. With new exhibits opening all the time, there's plenty to see in the Wolves Museum, so book your trip through old gold history at events.wolves.co.uk.
There's nothing quite like that winning feeling. Now you can be a winner too with Wolves Lottery. There are loads of cash prizes to be won every week, as well as the chance to win unique money can't buy experiences while supporting charities locally and throughout the West Midlands.
Oh, it's a stunning game! It's a stunning moment! Brought to you by a stunning football team!
From only £1 a week, what are you waiting for? Sign up now and you could be our next weekly big winner. Go to wolves.co.uk and select lottery to find out more.
You've experienced the thrill of Molyneux on a match day. Now go behind the scenes with our exclusive stadium tours, taking you from the stands to the dressing room, see where the team donned the old goal, and take your chance to walk out that famous tunnel into the Golden Palace. Book online, and you can even book your own private VIP tour for up to 20 people by emailing museum@wolves.co.uk.
Wolves Foundation is the club's official charity, delivering a range of projects across the local community. The foundation is only able to work across so many different areas thanks to the generous support of funders and the general public. Can you help? Text Wolves and then the value of your donation to 70085.
Get the latest news from Molineux as fast as it happens. Find our regular quickfire podcast, Wolves Express, via wolves.co.uk or wherever you find your podcasts.
The Wolves app, the home of Wolves online and on the move. Get the latest news, video, podcasts and what's trending. Plus, listen to men's and women's first team commentaries and watch the under-21s. You can even check out the latest merchandise offers from the club shop and create your own highlights. Plus, bid on unique match-worn memorabilia with Wolves auctions exclusive to the Wolves app. Download it now for iOS and Android.
Take the stress out of getting to the game with Wolves' only official off-site matchday parking at the University of Wolverhampton Science Park. Only £8 per match and only a 10 to 15 minute walk to Molineux. It's the perfect place to park for hassle-free entry and exit on a match day. Go to tickets.wolves.co.uk to score yourself a spot.
Do you want to get more active? Wolves Foundation, the club's official charity, runs an Active Through Football project, which helps people of all ages to improve their physical fitness. Sessions are fun, friendly, and have real positive results. To find out the range of activities on offer, contact Liam Turner at wolves.co.uk.
For a regular quickfire update on everything Wolves, search Wolves Express wherever you listen to your podcasts.
The idea of professional soccer in the United States, no one had ever really thought about that. So soccer was dead, and then the Wolves come along.
It should be explained that the United Soccer Association gave North America its first taste of internationally recognized professional soccer in 1967.
Wolves in the 50s were very, very successful. It was the golden era, if you like. It was us and Manchester United. They were the glamour team. We were the scruffs from the Black Country.
The 1966 World Cup was carried by satellite into the United States. So a bunch of sportsmen thought, oh, great, next great sport, start a league.
I mean, I'd never been out of England. I hadn't even been to Wales.
They said they were touring like a rock band, zigzagging across the country.
Just a completely different world.
People were saying you want some weed, and we thought we're in trouble here.
Free love, flower power. What more do you want?
And the Whips and the Wolves met in a championship playoff game at Los Angeles' Memorial Coliseum to climax the United Soccer Association's inaugural season.
It was madness. Just the game never seemed to stop.
We did the leaderboard. We're just getting each other.
Now, the match they played has been rated by many observers as the greatest soccer game ever seen anywhere. And we're convinced that you will agree with that conclusion after viewing this film.
There is that legacy in that they proved that it could work.
People will look back and say, what was the history of soccer in this country? And what they do, they have to land at 1967 and say, this is where it all began.
Download the Wolves app today, the only place to watch live academy matches.
Wolves TV, the home of live uninterrupted radio commentary of every single Wolves game. But that's not all. Wolves TV also brings you extended and alternative match highlights, interviews with the team, behind-the-scenes features and training coverage, plus see every goal Wolves score from every angle.
From the volley arm and a goal! That is simply stunning!
So check out Wolves TV online at wolves.co.uk or on the move via the Wolves app.
Do you need support with your mental health? Life has been very challenging in recent years. With the COVID pandemic and cost of living crisis, we've experienced some difficult times. Wolves Foundation, the club's official charity, continues to run a Head for Health project, focused on helping adults improve their mental and physical well-being. For more details, email healthadmin@wolves.co.uk or call 07971 900 257.
Are you looking for a space to entertain key clients? Got a special occasion coming up and want to treat the family? Or are you just looking to come and watch a game in style? At Molyneux, we've a range of matchday hospitality packages available for every Premier League game.
Well, so much involved in this.
From the pitch and city views of WV1 to the premium a la carte dining in the boardroom, there's something for everyone looking to elevate their matchday experience.
Oh, goodness me!
To find out more and get yourself booked in, visit the hospitality section of wolves.co.
Welcome back here to the Vitality Stadium. Wolves and Bournemouth back out for the second half here. Wolves trailing by a 0-0 at the break. And it appears there are going to be a couple of subs at half-time as well. Hugo Bueno and Andre both getting stripped and ready to be introduced here. Andy Thompson watching alongside me. We saw Bueno sprint out to get ready right at the end of the first half, didn't we? And Andre coming on as well. Is that going to give them a bit more bite and a bit more purpose going forward?
I think so. I think that he's gone back to that Gomez and Andre in that central midfield player position, and I'm surprised at the beginning of the game that was the selection, what he changed anyway. And I'm sure Andre was disappointed as well. And then he's brought on Hugo Bueno at left back, who I think is a good player. I think he's a good player. And he's probably been hard done by a little bit from not to be picking or starting the game last week and this week.
So Jean-Ric Bellegarde has made way here, as well as David Muller-Wolf. Hugo Bueno goes to left back, left wing back, and we now have Andre going into his customary holding position in midfield. United with Joao Gomez. Wolves coming forward here. They've got a man over on the right if they can play it quickly. Jackson Chachois in front of us here. First chance to see him run with the ball. Delivers early, high into the box. Arias just too high. Comes through to Hugo Bueno on the far side. Cuts it back. Joao Gomez stabs it in past Jurgen Strand-Larsen. Munetsi, edge of the D. Onto the chest of Joao Gomez. Looking left. Hugo Bueno's made that run. And Bueno puts it in low. Arias! Side netting and wide. But already Wolves looking so much sharper.
Oh, I thought he got that for a second then. Arias, but yeah, straight away, different look in the way that they played. So they could have sat back and let Bournemouth come onto it in this second half, but they haven't. They've been on the front foot, looking positive. Yeah, I thought he had it. But a good start from them.
Hopefully the sign of things to come. I wonder whether Vitor Pereira really got stuck into them at half-time or not. There's a Bournemouth goal kick here, and Petrovic hammers it high and long, looking for Semenyo. Doherty rises and meets it with the header. Evan Nielsen nods it down though. Tavernier out to Semenyo. They can't afford to concede early again here, Wolves. Tavernier on the overlap. Low ball in. There was a push inside the box. Bournemouth claiming for a penalty. Brooks it is who's gone down inside the 18-yard box. The referee didn't react to the challenge. Wolves trying to break out, but Bournemouth back on the ball with Diakite. Truffet to Tavernier. On the left side here. Crosses early into the Wolves area, chested down by Evan Nielsen. Great ball, and what a save by Sarr to deny Semenyo. But the flag up for offside anyway.
Yeah, but he didn't know that, did he? So great save from Sarr. But yeah, so look, just looking at this, is the referee just hanging on just to see whether or not that penalty claim from Bournemouth?
Just having a look at the replay now, as the high ball came through to Semenyo, just seeing the chance that saved by Sarr. Came off his chest, didn't it?
Yeah, great save though. Great save from Sarr. He didn't know that.
Previously, it looks like Totti was the man wrestling, or at least colliding with Brooks. Just trying to see if there's anything more in it than that. They don't think so.
No, Brooks seems to go to the ground a little bit too cheaply for me. So he's done that a couple of times throughout the game.
Tran Larson tries to hold up the ball, but couldn't quite do so. Bournemouth play it forward. Totti Gomez nods it on. Joao Gomez takes it on. Ball by Smith. Akpatu clears it away for Wolves. Wolves just really need that bit more zip in the final third when they got the ball. Semenyo here has been caught in possession. Chatsua into Arias in the centre circle. Could have gone forward there, but played that ball backwards. And it set Wolves back because Brooks now playing it forward. And he split the Wolves back line. Evan Nielsen through. Totti shoved him down. And the referee has given something that's going to result in a red card. And Totti Gomez is walking. Didn't we say there could be a hothead this afternoon? Someone who felt they had to do something when they could have just let it go. Totti Gomez already on a yellow. He's sent off. And Wolves are a goal down and a man down.
Yeah. As soon as he's put his hands near him, he's gone down to ground. I know he hasn't took much, but you can't do that. But we've got two players there, and Evan Nielsen's just got straight in the middle of them. Somebody's got to pick him up. He can't be allowed to have free on that back line with the pace that he's got. He can't afford to do it.
That is just a ludicrous decision, right?
It is, yeah, but the two lads at the back, Agbadou and Salah Totti, not one of them are picking him up. Not one of them. Just leaving him free. He's in between the two of them. So any kind of ball is going to be a problem, and that's exactly what happened.
The saving grace here for Wolves is that it was outside the penalty area. Evan Nielsen fell inside.
But he's still been sent off. The referee's still not going to change his mind.
Yeah, he hasn't left the field yet. Of course, we had all the theatrics here with Mateus Cunha when he was dismissed last season. There's often red cards between these two sides. That's 3 games in a row now.
Well, I said that one thing that we couldn't do is get down to 10 men, and that's exactly what we've done in the first 5 minutes of this second half.
So how do Wolves rework it here?
Well, it'd be interesting to see whether or not he brings on another sub. Mascara, and then just sacrifices somebody in a more advanced position.
And Bournemouth now with a free kick on the edge of the D, and there'll be no shortage of interested takers here. Bournemouth 1, Wolves 0.
I just think it's a little bit self-inflicted. It's like if you don't pick up players, that's what's going to happen. We know that they're a threat up front, and so to leave him on his own between the two, not one of them is picking him up. The whole reason why we played the through at the back is that either two pick it up or somebody picks the player up. Nobody had them there at all.
Bournemouth free kick. Wolves down to 10. They trailed by a goal to nil. We played 51 minutes. Scott standing over it, but Tavernier fancies it too. He has a wonderful left foot. Just a yard outside the box. Scott steps up to the ball, touches it. Tavernier hits it through, and thankfully it was straight down the throat of Sarr.
Yeah, no, this is where there's no rush. I know he's limited by 8 seconds, and I think there are a couple of Bournemouth players that are holding their hand up with the countdown with their hands and the fingers.
Well, if chances were limited before, I think they're going to be extremely limited now for Wolves, who, at least at the moment, seem to have just dropped into a back four. They haven't put any extra man in defence. Chatsua, Doherty, Agbadou and Hugo Bueno across the back line. They've only got one centre-half out there by trade, and he hasn't had a great start to the season. Brooks coming in off the right, gives it to Scott. Adams. I mean, Wolves weren't seeing a lot of the ball before, were they? It's going to be barely non-existent now.
No, it's not. And so, look, I spoke in the first half about starting positions and making sure that people trap the runners. And it's come back to punish us. It's come back to hurt us by the sending off. I said that we couldn't go down to 10 men, and that's exactly what's happened. With a goal down and playing with 10 men now, it was, like I said, it was difficult enough.
Look, it's hard when you get into that position as a defender. You've got someone running through on goal. You've got a way of stopping them. But for the good of the game, from a Wolves point of view, you're better off taking a chance there and letting him have the go, keeping the extra man.
I think it's instinct comes into it that you've got to have some kind of contact onto him. Well, you're just looking at it yourself. It's a little bit self-inflicted with the starting position of the two centre-halves, Agbadou and Totti.
And it was a good ball through, wasn't it? But when you've got three centre-halves there, you shouldn't expect to get split.
No, especially when they're playing one up front. And we got three defenders. They've got one up front and they've got the thing. I mean, still able to get the ball.
Sarr under pressure from the Bournemouth crowd as they count down from 8-1 there. Lumped it long, direct ball, but it went straight through to Petrovic at the other end. And that's so annoying as well because Wolves had started that second half so brightly, had that immediate chance. And now they're 1-0 down and down to 10 men.
Yeah, but I think he'll make the change now. Santi Bueno, I think, is coming on the other centre half. Yeah, he'll sacrifice somebody up front. Probably Arias or Menezes. He'll sacrifice.
Presumably Arias, given Menezes' work rate
I would
ability
yeah,
to get about.
I would have thought that.
Which will be frustrating for him.
Yeah, of course he will. Of course he will, but you're still hoping that you can hold on to that 1-0 loss at the moment and then hopefully get something out of the game to get a side on level, but it was hard enough with 11.
Andre, great sliding challenge from behind to win the ball there off Tavernier. Now Menezes trying to bend one down the right-hand side. Wolves have got to be so precise in their passing, but it was too close to Senesi, who came across to intercept.
Yeah, the ball's just got to be put into the space. He tried to pick him out then. Tried to pick Larson out, and that's going to always work in the favour of the defender.
Just for those wondering, that red card for Totti Gomez will mean he is suspended for the cup game on Tuesday against West Ham. So he will be back for the Everton game next Saturday, 3 o'clock at Molineux. And the League Cup game he might not have played in anyway, so that's the saving grace out of it. It is going to be Arias who comes off here. And Santiago Bueno waiting to come on. Just trying to work their way out here with a defensive throw-in line with the edge of their own penalty area. Andre and then Menezes gets his foot on the ball, but it goes straight out of play. The Wolves fans have been in silence, haven't they, really, throughout this afternoon? The kind of away day you like as a fan, even if the trains are off like today, a day by the seaside, but they've had very little to get excited about. Santiago Bueno comes on here, and John Arias is the man to go off on the far side. He had that chance, didn't he, just about a minute into the second half, but other than that, maybe not seeing the best of him so far, and he slopes off the pitch on that far side, looking pretty sorry for himself.
Well, you feel sorry for him doing this. Look, unfortunately, it's not down to the way that he's playing. It's just circumstances, unfortunately. So he's had to come off and sacrifice himself for the sake of the team, because we've got to make sure we don't concede anymore. We've got to make sure that we try and get as much as we can out of this game. It's going to be difficult, but I think the inclusion of a few players, Andre, I think Hugo Bueno will try and give us something down that left-hand side. So it'll be interesting.
Burnley 1, Sunderland 0. Josh Cullen with a goal a couple of minutes into the second half there in a battle of two newly promoted sides. The Bournemouth cross comes in, and Semenyo, right on the 6-yard line, has hit the back of the stand. Of all people, in such great form right now and such great confidence, despite what happened to him at Anfield last week, you would have expected him to at least hit the target there, but he has skied it.
Yeah. So look, he's got right underneath it, fortunately. Just watching it there. Yeah, Evan Nielsen, I think, just pulled it back, took everybody by surprise. Yeah, one missed, I think.
It's that kind of puff of the cheeks game, isn't it, where things just aren't going for you. Then the red cards, you know it's going to be a long half an hour from here on in. Powerful header there by Agbadou as he nods down against Evan Nielsen. Senesi, the Argentine, putting the ball over the top of the Wolves' defence, and Doherty watching it through to Sarr. Sarr holding it here on the edge of the area. Wolves assess what they're going to do next. Strand Larsen pulls out to the right-hand side here, and Sarr goes for that long ball. They've got to try and get bodies off Strand Larsen here, but he doesn't win the header anyway. Scott then gives it away. Joao Gomez in the middle of the field for Wolves. Nice ball to Hugo Bueno on the left wing. Gets it. Couple of step overs out of his feet. Checks inside. Hugo Bueno crosses past Strand Larsen. Senesi nods away. Doherty. Edge of the area, Joao Gomez. Wolves have got to be precise and calculated when they're on the ball here, but Andre has to go back into his own half and will return it to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, good player. Just an example of Bueno.
Jose Sarr trying to take on Evan Nielsen there.
Yeah, don't do that.
But he got away with it. He did his job. Now Joao Gomez trying to fight his way forward against Adams, who was pulling him back and then throws him to the ground.
That's got to be a yellow card for Adams, I would have thought.
Doherty telling the referee
yes
what he thought, and the referee does go to his book, and it's a yellow card for Adams.
And he seems confused, would you? Yeah, so Joao Gomez just outstrengthened him, and he got frustrated, didn't he, Adams? And he's ended up dragging him and pulling him and throwing him to the floor. Just frustration there. We all know that Gomez is a strong boy, and they say he's hard to knock off the ball. Just frustration for Adams there.
So Wolves free kick. No one's quite sure who's going to take it here. Hugo Bueno says me. And eventually he comes over, and the referee telling him where to place the ball because they've stolen a few yards forward. Saw one from Wolves last week where they slid it down the side in this kind of position, didn't they?
Yeah.
For that chance.
Yeah.
And Elphick just telling the defenders there to be wary of that. But around 10 yards in from the right-hand touchline, about 5 yards into the Bournemouth half. Bueno is standing over it here for Wolves. It'll surely be a high one towards the far side. But no, instead, hooked into a similar area on the near side. Strand Larsen tries to get it under control inside the box, but Bournemouth able to clear.
Looks like it's going to be a massive challenge now to try and get something out of it. But with the players that have come on, the players, the change that we've had, there's still going to be a chance. I think we're still going to create things, because I think now might switch off a little bit and think, oh, okay, they're down to 10 men. And if you can, take advantage. All you've got to do is to make sure.
Sarr and Akbadou getting in each other's way there. No communication between the two about who's going to take the ball. Just to finish your point, as long as it stays at 1-0, Wolves are in it, right?
Yeah, of course they are. And I think the introduction of the players that he's brought on, I think are going to make a difference to us.
Andre, nice ball slipped down the side. Chatua has Munetsi to hit in the middle. It comes towards Munetsi. Couldn't get there in time. And Smith will mop up here for Bournemouth, who incredibly are just starting to have one or two nervy moments.
Yeah. What's the give offside here?
Flag up offside here. Chatua down this side. So it is a free kick here to Bournemouth.
Yeah, we've seen little glimpses though, haven't we? I think that if we can just make sure that we just keep battling, keep taking things off, I think that we can get somewhere out of this. But you've got to keep that net clean from scoring any more goals. You can't afford to concede any more.
Scott inside his own half here for Bournemouth. They'll have even more time on the ball now than they did in that first half. Wolves trying to be aggressive with Andre. Snaps into Adams, but Adams with the return pass to Senesi, and then Adams out to the left-hand side to Truffet. Down the line now into Semenyo. Loose touch from him. Andre gets there. He was fouled from behind. Wolves free kick.
Well played.
And you can see Antonio Iraola is getting really irate about his side.
Yeah, well, the thing is, though, Selleck is frustrated because all of a sudden Wolves have started to get a little bit of an edge to them, haven't they? And some of the Bournemouth players have got committing fouls because they're getting a bit impatient because they probably think that they should have a few more goals.
Wolves treating this as a set play. Pereira wasn't quite sure what they were going to do with it, but Doherty standing over it now as the others all fly forward.
Lagbadou's gone up as well. So
Bournemouth with a line about 12 yards outside their penalty area here. Wolves looking to breach it once more and find something at the end of it. Doherty, though, goes short with this free kick. They've got a 2-on-1 out wide, but Chatua instead clips in a high ball from a deep position. Munetsi, far side of the penalty area, nods it down. Smith away. Munetsi, though, will try and retrieve it on the left against Semenyo. Is it a Wolves throw?
Yeah, it's a Wolves throw.
Bueno will take it in front of the Wolves fans, in line with the edge of the Bournemouth penalty area. He goes back here to Akbadou. Akbadou clips a high ball in towards Strand Larsen, who peels away to the far post, takes it down on his chest. Still Strand Larsen waiting for someone to join in. Goes back here to Doherty, who clips a high ball in from a central position. Out to Bueno on the left-hand side. Hugo Bueno running here at Brooks. Delivers the ball in towards Strand Larson, who nods it down. Bournemouth clear through Diakite. Andre back forward. Santiago Bueno. Oh, it's an aggressive challenge right into his groin. And Wolves with a free kick right on the edge of the D.
Oh, yeah, they're starting to get a little bit of an edge at the minute, aren't the Wolves? I think they've got a little bit of belief.
And a yellow card here has been shown. I thought he was showing it to Adams there for a second, but Scott has gone into the book.
Yeah, it was high foot, wasn't it? Into his middle region, I think. So as he's just gone there, just watching it again. Yeah, he's got his foot high, hasn't he?
Very chaotic from a Bournemouth point of view out there all of a sudden. It's weird. It's weird how losing a player can sometimes make you more of a threat.
Yeah, well, I think sometimes the team that have got 11 switch off a little bit and stop tracking runners and stop doing the things that they did when they had 11, because without a doubt they were a good outfit when they had the 11 versus 11 and they're causing problems. But situations like this, free kicks, corners, are opportunities for you to score, to get yourselves back into it.
So Wolves free kick, just left of centre, about 3 or 2 yards maybe even outside the penalty area. And the man standing over this, showing most interest, is Emmanuel Agbadou. He's only scored once so far for Wolves, standing the away defeat to Palace back in May. This is going to be a thump, isn't it?
I can't see it being anything else.
if he steps up and clips it over this wall now.
Yeah, puts it straight, curls it straight to the top corner. Yeah.
You never know. He's one of those players, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
You never quite know what's coming. The Bournemouth wall made to retreat by the referee. Agbadou standing there, Hugo Bueno standing there, Joao Gomez having a conversation as well. But it looks like the Ivorian defender is the favourite here. A nervy moment for the home fans. Wolves fans on the far side, desperate for the net to ripple for the right reasons here. We saw Arias hit the side netting just a minute into the second half. So Wolves with this free kick chance on the edge of the area. Agbadou standing over it, steps up to it. Now low one, hits it not into the wall, but Adams was standing just behind it, and Bournemouth clear the danger.
Yeah, so good block from the wall. Just unfortunate it didn't fall to any of our players.
High ball forward for Wolves. Agbadou on the edge of the area, nods it down past Smith, but Diakite watches it go, and Bournemouth have the goal kick. They are preparing a couple of subs here to freshen things up. Amin Adli will come on, as well as the returning Ryan Christie by the looks of things. Bournemouth just taking their time here over this goal kick. Someone did make this point the other day, is that fine goalkeepers have 8 seconds to get rid of the ball now when they've got it in their arms, but when you've got a goal kick off the floor, you can still wind the clock down in that sense.
Of course you can. Of course you can. Just take your time with everything.
Bournemouth want to make the subs. Petrovic not willing to take his goal kick.
Well, unfortunately, it's not down to the goalkeeper. I think the referee's the one who makes these decisions, not the goalkeeper.
So changes for Bournemouth. They are going to take off Alex Scott, first of all, who has just been yellow carded. Christie will come on, a man who really played much of his career high and wide, but for Bournemouth in recent times has become that sitting midfielder who can create from deep for them. And they're going to take off David Brooks as well. I mean, Adli, a player who was linked with Wolves earlier in this transfer window, a signing for Bayer Leverkusen on Thursday for £25 million, will come on and make his debut here. And I think that's Iriola just saying, look, we can't rest on our laurels here. We need to freshen things up and keep on pressing.
I think they've got to turn it around a little bit. I think there's a little bit of a friction between the two teams, and I think Wolves are probably just edging it a bit, even though they're a man less. So I think that they probably want to get the things back again, get people to settle them down.
Wolves, for their part, have made 4 changes in the game now. Bournemouth coming forward down the right, looking to extend their lead. Adams out to the left-hand side now, into Truffert. Back to Adams, out to the right-hand side. Bournemouth starting to move it quicker again. for the poor Wolves from side to side. Christie with a high ball into the box. Chatua misses it. Knocked down by Semenyo, but into the arms of Jose Sarr.
Yeah, I thought he was going to take that himself, Semenyo. But he thought I'll put it in first time. But Sarr again. Good hand from Sarr again.
I have to say as well, there's been a yellow card handed out to Hugo Bueno. Just that a short while ago, but at the same time that Scott was yellow carded, he was also booked.
Oh, I didn't see that one. I didn't see it.
You know, Chris Kamara. They're bringing a sub on. But yeah, presumably booked for something he said. So Wolves with Totti Gomez sent off and Hugo Bueno in the book. Adams on a yellow now for Bournemouth, for those who are still on the field. Smith in the right back position for them, clears it away under pressure from Hugo Bueno. Bueno in both games when he's come on has impressed, hasn't he? He gives you something that Wolves doesn't have. You know, Wolves a lot more of an aggressive, hard-hitting defender, isn't he?
I like him. I've always liked him. And so, look, I was surprised they sent him out on the loan last year for the year. I just think that, so look, you got a player there who's got quality with his left foot. He's willing to get in advanced positions, which is something that we want from our wing backs. But he's got the quality to do it as well. So yeah, I was very surprised.
Wolves showing a bit of fight out there at the moment. Andre. And Hugo Bueno. Concentration absolutely key for them. If they do concede a second, it's game over. Akpadu plays a really straight ball there. Gives it away. Smith goes back here to Petrovic. Wolves not closing the goalkeeper down now, of course, because of the fact they are a man light. With Santiago Bueno coming on, they have kept the back five they started with. Truffet, back to Senesi. Bournemouth have only won 3 of their last 14 Premier League games, including the end of last season. Lost 2 of the last 3. They did beat Leicester here on the final day. Great turn of pace there by Adley, who gets away from Hugo Bueno. Gonna have to beat him again on the edge of the area. Blocked by Hugo Bueno, comes to Evan Nielsen, and Adams from range. What a save by Jose Sarr, flying away to his right-hand side and left-handed, palms it over the top of the crossbar to keep Wolves in this game.
Yeah, great save. Again, I think Sarr's had a good game so far this afternoon. It was a great hit from him. Tyler Adams, I think it was. He used all that height, didn't he, to get that one. Just fingertips over the bar. But these things are going to happen. And this is why you got a goalkeeper in there to get you out of trouble, and that's exactly what he did there.
So, corner to Bournemouth. Tavernier plays it short and back to Truffet, who steadies himself, then back to Tavernier on the left wing. He comes back onto his right side, back to Truffet. No one wants to cross. Truffet does now. Headed away by Akpadu, out to Christie. Back out to the right-hand side as Bournemouth reset, and a cross whipped in towards the far post, and Semenyo. Chatua doesn't go for it. Semenyo does and misses it.
Yeah, good defending. I think it's been good defending from them. And we talk about the back line and making sure that we make it tight, even though we're a player down. But also as well, we needed the goalkeeper to be on top form, and he's done exactly that today. Just got to keep going. Was it 70 minutes gone?
Bournemouth won, Wolves nil.
Yeah, they haven't really threatened us a great deal in this second half. I think that we've done well, but we still need to get that goal back, don't we? We still need to do something different or have that bit of quality just to get us back into it.
Wolves undoubtedly are going to have to ride their luck at times in the last 20 minutes here. That is for sure. Doherty up the line here into Strand Larsen, who had that great chance in the first half with the header. Andre carries it forward and plays a pinpoint long crossfield pass onto the chest of Hugo Bueno. Back to Santiago Bueno. Infield to Akpadu. Doherty was the obvious pass square, but Akpadu wants to do it his own way. Tries to take people on, goes square to the left, and Santiago Bueno into Hugo Bueno. Was challenged from behind. It's a Wolves free kick inside their own half.
Yeah, I'm just watching Bournemouth there in their shape and all that. They're starting to put a little bit of pressure on Wolves now in various positions on the pitch to try and win that ball a bit higher. And that's what the Wolves are going to have a look. You're going to have to look, maybe, go a little bit more direct sometimes, just get the second balls, which they've done there.
Out of play off the back of Truffet. Chatua. Throw forward to Munetsi. Chatua Crosses from the right, but on his left side puts it into the arms of Petrovic.
Yeah, it's got to be a bit better with our quality of crosses there. We've got to try and pick and give Larson a chance there. Just a little bit too high, and favourite for the goalkeeper to come and collect, which he did.
Truffert.
Got to keep going. Got to keep believing that you're going to get yourself something out of the game. While it's still 1-0, got to keep going and think that little bit of quality is going to get you something out of the game.
Smith by the right corner flag, knocks it against Hugo Bueno, who threw his legs up in the air. It is a corner to Bournemouth, their 7th of the game. Wolves have had just 5 attempts in this match, the single on target, the header from Jürgen Strand-Larsen in the first half. Wolves, of course, playing with 10 men. If you are joining us late, Totti Gomez sent off only 4 minutes into the second half. Started both halves really badly overall in that sense, but have had moments since in each period. It is a Bournemouth corner on the right. Swung in towards the near post, headed into the air by Agbadou. Comes out to the left-hand side, and Truffert nods it back into Semenyo. Munetsi will turn and hammer it away, and he's cleared the stand. Second ball lost today. So Semenyo will have to go and fetch another one.
Yeah, they're only small stands though, aren't they?
Semenyo crosses from the left. Agbadou again with another massive header. He's had his moments today, certainly to cause you worry as a Wolves fan, but he has defended his box really well, certainly aerially. On the right here, Bournemouth cross. Tavernier in towards Diakite. Jose Sarr caught it and releases it straight away, looking for the run of Jürgen Strand-Larsen down the right-hand side. Christie is the defender, takes a touch, look for that pass inside, and a silly foul to give away by Strand-Larsen.
Don't foul him.
To Bournemouth.
Yeah, he's going nowhere. He's got his back to you. He's running out of time and space. Don't foul him.
Bournemouth has taken the free kick quickly, and Strand-Larsen is out of the game as it goes forward now. Wolves have made 4 of their 5 changes. Still have Rodrigo Gomez, Fer Lopez on the bench. Hwang Hee-chan as well, who they could look to. Obviously, Justin Kluivert for Bournemouth in a few moments. Semenyo back here to Adams. Looks like from Bournemouth's point of view, they're going to have to grind this win out because Wolves conceding for a second time.
Well, they haven't given up easy, have they? Wolves, they've got some fighting spirit in them.
Hwang is coming on. He's just taken his shirt off, but here come Bournemouth with Christie, edge of the area. He shoots, big deflection, which makes it easy for Sarr. He looks to deliver it forward quickly to Strand-Larsen, but he's got no one with him at all. You understand what Sarr's doing, but it's bouncing off Strand-Larsen. Even if he had held it up there, Bournemouth would have had 3 on him straight away.
Yeah, and that's what you can't afford to do. You've got to give him some fighting chance, haven't you? You can't just keep playing the ball up to him when he's surrounded by Bournemouth players.
Adams on the halfway line. Bournemouth fans starting to make some noise here. Wolves just seem to have lost that little bit of zip in their play that they had. And those Bournemouth changes have made a difference for them. We've played 75 minutes, Bournemouth 1, Wolves 0. Diakite inside the Wolves half. Christie playing a looping ball to the left-hand side onto the foot of Semenyo, who cushions it down the line for Truffert, who crosses. He was stretching there, and it goes straight through to Sarr. He's had the ball in his arms for a good few seconds already and needs to get rid of it here. The goal.
Well, the referee's giving him a countdown. Yeah, he's giving him a countdown, the referee.
He takes it to the last second, doesn't he, Sarr?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Andre plays it forward, but straight to Senesi, gives it away himself. Joao Gomez looking for that out ball, plays it short into Andre. Chachua down the right-hand side, cushion back to Andre. Chachua goes again and can now sprint after it. Jackson Chachua, edge of the area, low ball in towards Strand-Larsen, just too far ahead of the Norwegian. And it has been marginal for Wolves in this game in those moments, hasn't it?
He's got to get a little bit of a pause just to give him a chance to get in there. Like I say, it was a great breakaway from him, but like I say, it's going to be difficult for anybody to catch him up.
Oh, and Wolves have 5 players ahead of the ball now as Bournemouth come forward. Adley edge of the area in towards Semenyo. Great diving challenge there by Chachua, who'd managed to get back in time. this game is now getting really stretched.
Well, Wolves are taking a bit of a gamble now and leaving some players up. So, look, good on them, but you just got to make sure you do it right. But just getting back to that cross, just got to try and give Larson a chance just to get into the box.
Agbadu, just short of the centre circle, right to Doherty. Chachua didn't really make himself available, but Doherty made him make himself available. Cameroonian with the ball inside though, and it's given away. Tavernier coming forward, ball slip right. Adley gets after it. Santiago Bueno with a great challenge.
Great tackle from him, Santi Bueno.
Out of play for a throw. Bangi Chan is going to come on, as well as Clivert for Bournemouth. We're going to see Strand Larsen come off.
Yeah, it looks like he's just rolled his socks down.
So Fine will come on for Wolves in a position that I imagine he might well play on Tuesday against West Ham. We'll get into that after the game, but Wolves with a lack of options really in that kind of area right now. But Strand Larsen's greatest run.
Yeah, it is. And like I say, again, I don't think the quality's been brilliant up to him to give him a chance. But you've got to get round him. You've got to get players around him.
Clivert back in the Bournemouth squad after a calf injury saw him miss the start of the season. Bournemouth throw on the right. Into the Wolves box it goes. Clivert gets his first touch as he nods it on. Wolves get it away. Andre out to Hwang on the left-hand side. Hwang, who hasn't scored since Wolves' last game of 2024. This would be a nice moment for him to step up.
Yeah, why not today, eh? Why not?
Joao Gomez. Wolves in possession. It's a free kick to them. Wolves had that chance to Arias at the start of the second half. They have had another opportunity. I'm struggling to think who it would have been. But they have only had 2 shots since half-time.
Yeah. They've had some near misses on their way down this right-hand side. Some good ball in.
Chachua again stretching his legs and was inches away from keeping it in play on the right-hand side and curses himself there as he gets frustrated.
But he's settled down a little bit in the second half, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Chachua, so look, he's looked a little bit more comfortable. Looked very nervous, as I said earlier, in the first half.
Doherty nods inside here for Wolves. Andre puts his foot on the ball. It's given Wolves much better balance in the middle in this second half.
That's what it gives you, though. It gives you that thing in the middle of midfield.
Free kick here to Bournemouth after the foul on Adley.
Well, they'll get that one. He falls on the ball, holds it with his hands, and the referee blows for a free kick. I didn't really think it was.
Elsewhere, still Brentford 1, Villa 0, and Burnley 1, Sunderland 0. Coventry beating QPR 7-0 at the moment. Not a great day there for the West Londoners. Wolves overall haven't been having a great day here, but they are still somehow in this game. Now Bournemouth come forward here with Clivert. Up towards the edge of the area. He's going to shoot as well. Fires it through, but wide. Sarr knew it was going off target. And you could watch it sail a couple of yards comfortably wide of his post.
Well, I don't want him getting anywhere near our goal. How much of a problem he was last year to us.
Yeah, of course, that hat-trick of penalties he scored at Molineux. A quarter of the goals scored in the Premier League between these two sides before today had come from penalties, remarkably. We have played 80 minutes. Sarr with a long high ball into the Bournemouth half. Monetzi tries to get the flick. Hugo Bueno hasn't really been able to get forward as much as he would like. Short back pass. Sarr comes racing off his line and beats Evan Nielsen to it. And slices it. Semenyo nods it forward. Doherty barges into the back of Clivert, but no foul. Semenyo down the left here, challenged by Andre, who puts it out of play.
Well, into the last 10 minutes anyway. And they battled well in this second half. So, look, considering how early we lost the player, and they've done all right. Can we find that little bit of quality from somewhere just to get us back into this game?
Truffet on the left wing here for Bournemouth. Monetzi saying it's his ball, but Bournemouth get the decision from the referee. So there'll be a throw here on the left-hand side. Have now made all their changes. Hwang, Santiago Bueno, Hugo Bueno, Andre and Chachua all coming on at various points in the game. Long throw here from Semenyo on the left. In line with the edge of the box. In it comes. Trying to get the flick at the near post, but there was a foul in there, a push.
Yeah, well defended again.
Let's get the decision.
Yeah, they're defending things like that with set plays okay today.
So still we wait. Still this game goes on, and still Bournemouth haven't put it to bed. Wolves just need something to drop for them here. But they're playing now without a recognised striker on the field. Joel Gomez bundled down here by Kluivert. Wolves free kick wide, and Joel Gomez will do well just to take his time with this, because this is the kind of situation that Wolves have got to try and take advantage of.
Yeah, I agree. So I think it's a chance that we've got. Set plays. Get it set up. Do it right.
Doherty leaves it here. Hugo Bueno comes out to the part of the pitch just in front of us here. He's only about half a yard in off the right touchline. This one will be sent in high. Moves one of the spare match balls out of the way. Can they get Agbadou on this at the far post and hopefully get someone in the middle to convert? Bueno does deliver. In towards Agbadou. Headed away there. Out as far as Joao Gomez, who stands on the ball and does well to keep possession. Play forward to Doherty. Doherty back to halfway. Bournemouth trying to encourage their players to get out and get up here. Wolves have it with Doherty, who then slides and stands on the ball as he loses his feet and then pulls his man down. And unfortunate from him there. And I don't think you mind him picking up a yellow card. He messed up and made sure that Bournemouth didn't have the attack.
It's just a shame that he slipped at a crucial time, didn't it? Just stumbled a little bit. He did well to hold on to the ball. But yeah, so he's took a free kick there. No yellow card.
Doherty's second yellow in as many games at the start of this season. It's so frustrating to watch because you know it's still there for Wolves, don't you? You just know that something is probably going to happen for them before the end of this game. It's, again, going to have a fair amount of added time at the end of it.
I think sometimes as well, you need a player just to have a little bit of luck. And I think sometimes if you do the right things, you make your own luck. And I think that somebody out there today, hopefully, is going to have that opportunity to get themselves back on level terms.
Kluivert racing after it down the left here. Chachua's gone with him. Lovely back here into Semenyo, edge of the area. Semenyo cuts inside, drives one. It was well blocked. And then a challenge by Joao Gomez right on the edge of the area has given Bournemouth a free kick in shooting range once again.
I know Gomez has used his body, but I thought it was a bit of a 50-50 with that. I know he's tried to block the runner off. He's tried to get his body there in between the ball. Well, I'm hoping he's not hurt himself too bad because he stayed down, Gomez. I don't think he has.
It's the last thing Wolves need right now. Maybe just giving his team a little bit of time here to shape up, and a booking as well for the Brazilian. So Bournemouth free kick, just right of the D. The man who's picked it up and showing most interest here is Justin Kluivert. But standing over it as well is Amin Adli, the Morocco international. Starr sorting out his wall as he sinks down to his knees, standing on his post here. Wolves need this to stay out. The drum starts to beat around us. And Wolves get a little bit of fortune here they need to stay in this game in the closing stages. Kluivert looks like he's going to take this here for Bournemouth. Just outside the area, Wolves pulling everyone back to defend. It's going to have to be something special given the distance. Kluivert steps up to it, hits the top of the wall and behind for a corner to Bournemouth.
Yeah, good solid wall. Did its job. Deflected it over for a corner.
The clock ticks on. We played 86 minutes here at the Vitality. Bournemouth lead Wolves by a goal to nil.
Well, we're into the last 4 minutes of normal time, and whatever's added on. Can they get one last chance?
Give you the number for your post-match texts in just a second. Truffert swings in the cross on the left, headed away by Agbadou. Joao Gomez rising for it, gets something on it, but Bournemouth recover it through Kluivert. Truffert on the left, down the line towards Kluivert. Chachua challenging him aggressively, and the referee has given Wolves a throw here. So remember, you can message us for your post-match thoughts for Matchday Live Extra, the number 079 4422 6356. That's 079 4422 6356. One more time, 079 4422 6356. It'd be a lot easier if it was 07 1877 1877. Could have put some thought into it. Give me a chance. More Bournemouth subs coming. They're going to send on Junior Krupi here, the 19-year-old France under-20 international who spent last season on loan at Lorient, having signed him in the winter. Evan Nielsen will come off for them. So the first change made, and they're going to take off Tyler Adams as well, who's sitting on the booking, and they're going to put on James Hill, son of former Wolves defender Matt, who comes in here. Bournemouth free kick was taken too quickly for the referee, who hadn't whistled. Senesi told to do it all over again.
Yeah, just wasting a little bit of time as well, isn't it? Yeah. Started looking at doing that, a little bit of time wasting with it.
Senesi back inside to Diakite. Looks like Bournemouth are going to get their first points and win of the season here. Wolves would be played 2, lost 2. Concerningly, maybe less so today, given they were down to 10, but no goals scored. And that was what everyone was levelling up Wolves coming into this season, given the players that had left in the summer. Christie to the right-hand side. Back to Christie again, middle area of the field, outside the box, loops it in towards Clivert and gives it back to Jose Sarr, who gives it out to Chachua straight away, who can run down this right-hand side. Chachua seems to have stopped and lost in momentum, but goes inside, short one into Andre, who shields it really well and carries it forward here for Wolves, then dinks the ball, looking for the run of Hwang, but too much on it from Andre there. Maybe the simple pass is to Chachua in this wide area, but Hwang had made the run, he tried to play him in, it's behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, I think sometimes you just got to keep it simple at times. I know frustration comes in and you get frustrated and try and squeeze that pass, which is never really on. And that was an example of it there.
To the right-hand side by Christie as Bournemouth come. Again, looking for that second goal to kill this game. Cross in, flies over everyone and out of play.
He's gone out for a throw-in, I think.
Yeah, swerved all over the place there and moved, and it is a Wolves throw. We've played 89.5 minutes. There are going to be as many as 6 additional minutes at the end of the 90.
Can we get another chance? Can we get one? Just need that bit of quality, though.
At the moment, they need to get the ball forward. Put it in their own half at the moment. There's going to be encouragement, I think, from that Wolves end. Plenty of fans already starting to head for the exit here. Back to Doherty. Sarr with a high ball into the air. No Strand Larsen anymore. So everyone lets it bounce in the end, including Senesi. It nearly fell for Hwang. He does now fall for Joao Gomez. He gives it away to Semenyo. Hill. Semenyo to the edge of the D, and Clivert, who keeps it moving into Adley. Back to Clivert. Bournemouth have plenty of movement here. Wolves standing on the edge of the penalty area. Only Hwang forward, and he's 30 or 40 yards away from any other Wolves player.
Well, we're going to have to go and get the ball because they're going to give it to us back.
And Bournemouth is keeping possession. Semenyo on the left wing. Back in now to Hill, who's a centre-half, but has gone to play in midfield. Senesi curls one, looking for that ball over the top of Doherty, who partially clears, but it's taken down by Cliver. Then Agbadou manages to put a foot in and win it back for Wolves. Chachua, Agbadou, edge of his own penalty area, looking for that long ball out, trying to release Hwang, who's surely offside here. Nearly reaches the ball, and the flag now does go up, and it's a free kick to Bournemouth.
Yeah, he's offside, and there was no need for him to be offside either. If he'd had a look along the line, so they hadn't gone within the centre half of Bournemouth. He's going to have a look at that run.
So free kick here to the home side. Always a bit of a short back pass, nearly onto it there. Diakite had to hammer it clear, and it goes all the way through to Jose Sarr. Are Wolves going to throw a bit of caution to the wind here? Can they send a couple more bodies forward to try and win those balls. He's up towards Manetzi, who gets the flick on to Shachua. Down the right, back towards Manetzi inside the area. Diakite clears it away. Well, that might be Wolves' moment there. Semenyo trying to take on Chachua. He's trying to stay with him, and Semenyo's carried it straight out of play. Wolves looking for a ball. Doherty saying that Iraola stepped across him there to block that. One of the Wolves coaches has gone to get a ball from outside the technical area. Chachua being told to retreat back up the touchline, so Doherty will take the throw instead. They've played 2 of the 6 added on. Wolves need one of those magical moments right now.
We might as well have a gamble. We can stick somebody up there with Wang.
Who gets the flick on, and how the play goes. It's a throw here to Bournemouth. It has been an energy-sapping afternoon, and probably a lot more for many of these Wolves players than they might have expected. Trafet takes the throw here for Bournemouth. Wolves head it back. Goes off ahead of Christie. Falls for Huang. Knocks it on. Not sure who he was looking for there. Joel Gomez was the closest player to. Agba doing a running race here now with Junior Krupi. Doherty across his own area, but finds a spare man in Agbadu on the far side. Clever ball. The Wolves have got 5 forward in this attack ahead of Agbadu. Out to Hugo Bueno on the left-hand side, who hasn't had a chance to get down that flank at all, really, in the last 20 minutes. Gives the ball away. Andre nips it back for Wolves. Agbadu. Santiago Bueno in the centre circle. Now Doherty. Last chance here for Wolves. Can they send it forward? High towards Hugo Bueno, who uses the high boot. There was a bit of a duck in there as well. It has to be said from Christie, but the referee saw it in Bournemouth's favour. Free kick. Remember, you can get your messages in 079 442 26356. I appreciate I'm messing up this number and reading it in a lot of different ways, but we'll go again. 079 442 232. Oh my goodness. 079 442 26356. I'll get it better on Tuesday. We've played 4 minutes of additional time. There's been a yellow card shown here to one of the Wolves coaches who has seemingly said a bit too much, I think, to the 4th official. It's Andre Montero who's gone into the book, one of the first team coaches. Semenyo with a nod inside here for Bournemouth. Wolves clear it away to the halfway line. Wolves have got 90 seconds here to save the day. And Hugo Bueno suddenly has acres of room on the left-hand side. Joel Gomez is up in support and has it now on the left wing, in line with the edge of the box. Joel Gomez dribbling it in field, then goes down, loses his balance, no free kick. Oh, and Wolves now call on the counter. Bournemouth coming forward with numbers. It's a 3-on-2. Played out to the left-hand side here. Junior Krupi comes inside and a chance to finish it here on the edge. Wolves managed to tackle with Santiago Bueno and then get the ball again. And now Bournemouth have 4 ahead. Can Wolves make something work here? Up to Huang on the halfway line. 1 minute left of added time. And suddenly it's played down the left wing here for Huang. Only Manetzi in the middle. Huang goes past Hill, puts it in. Manetzi goes down inside the box. Corner. It's behind for a Wolves corner, and this is it now for Wolves. The game is right there.
Yeah, come on, so you've got a chance. Joe Gomez is struggling a bit as well.
Jose Sarr's on the way. Joel Gomez is half injured. Action stations for Bournemouth. Come on, Wanderers, cry the away end. Can Wolves pinch a point here at the Vitality?
Come on, Sarr.
Could do with some Sarr heroics here. Cause some carnage. In comes the corner towards Manetzi, headed down, comes back to Hugo Bueno, who hits it over the bar. How many times have we seen that finish from various players today? Came back to the Spaniard on the edge of the area, just had to hit it through a crowd, but got right underneath it and over the bar it flies. And that, Tomo, sad to say, is that.
Yeah, unfortunately, we all thought that that was going to be the one. Yeah, so various players today have all got underneath the ball, haven't they? Ended up kicking it over. But
sorry, Tomo.
It's a valiant job by Wolves. They've had a go, especially going down to the 10 men. It's been difficult, it's been hard, but they've had a go. But I say, sometimes it just costs you that.
And that is time. Wolves fall to defeat again, though in much different circumstances to the game we saw last week. And those still out there on the field are absolutely shattered. bodies down, bodies struggling, tiredness, fatigue, it's all hitting in now. They were a goal down at the break after Tavernier scored after just 4 minutes.